Welcome everyone to Discover This. Well, today I wanted to do a story on one of my favorite baseball players, a guy by the name of Rod Beck. Rod Shooter Beck. Now he's not in the Hall of Fame, but he was a tough competitor. He's good with the fans, but unfortunately he had some troubles and he died very young. But we're going to talk about him today, and hopefully you come along for the ride. Rodney Roy Beck was born August 3rd, 1968 in Burbank, California. He was drafted as a starting pitcher by the Oakland Athletics in the 13th round of the 1986 Major League Baseball draft. So in 1987, Rod Beck would have been here at the Oakland Spring Training Facility in Mesa, Arizona. Just prior to the 1988 season, he was traded to the San Francisco Giants. Now, Rod Beck toiled in the Giants farm system, and he would have done his spring training here at the Giants facility in Scottsdale, Arizona. Now, this is their new facility, built in 1991. But the Giants had already been doing their spring training for many years here in Scottsdale. Rod Beck made his Major League debut on May 6, 1991 against the Montreal Expos. In 1992, Beck took over as closer for the Giants. In 1993, Rod Beck recorded 48 saves, and that included 24 consecutive saves. Both were records for the Giants at the time. His Giants teammates started calling him Shooter for his gunslinger style, his Fu Manchu mustache, his mullet hairdo, his icy stare, his arm swinging as he's staring down the opposing batter. Beck found success with his sinker, slider, and splitter. At the end of the 1997 season, the San Francisco Giants felt Rod Beck's best years were in the past, and they let him leave as a free agent. Rod Beck then signed with the Chicago Cubs. And Rod Beck would have started the 1998 season here at the Cubs facility in Mesa, Arizona. For the 1998 season, Rod Beck set a career high for saves, converting 51 of 58 chances. However, during the 1999 season, Beck suffered injuries and he was traded by the Cubs to the Boston Red Sox. Rod Beck pitched well for the Red Sox, but he also had some struggles during his 2 full seasons with the team. At the end of the 2001 season, Rod Beck had Tommy John surgery and missed the 2002 season. After recovering from surgery and as a free agent, Rod Beck in January of 2003 signed with the Cubs and was back here at the Cubs facility for spring training. It was there at the stadium in Des Moines, Iowa that Rod Beck got some notoriety, in a good way. See, while assigned there, he lived in his motorhome behind the stadium, and he routinely invited fans to come hang out after the games, maybe drink some beer, barbecue, or maybe fans brought pizza, just to swap stories and things like that. He would sign autographs and take photos, just hang out and visit. He never made it up to the majors for the Cubs this time around, and the Cubs released Rod Beck in May of 2003. And Rod Beck was immediately picked up by the San Diego Padres, where he filled in for the injured Trevor Hoffman. Beck recorded 20 saves and 20 chances, posting a 1.78 ERA. For that effort, Rod Beck was awarded the National League Comeback Player of the Year for 2003. In 2004, while preparing for the Padres spring training, Rod Beck was dealing with some personal issues. Some demons were back in Rod Beck's life. Padres tried to help. They helped him get into rehab, a 30-day rehab that had the team explaining his absence as a personal matter. After treatment and some outpatient counseling, he came back to the Padres during that 2004 season and he tried to soldier on. But he struggled in his now 7th inning role with the Padres, and the club released him in August of 2004. He was still battling his demons. And that was the end of Rod Beck's baseball career. A career that had 286 saves and a 3.30 ERA. On June 23, 2007, Rod "Shooter" Beck died at his home in Phoenix, Arizona. He was only 38 years old. The coroner never released an official cause of death, and the Phoenix Police Department, who had responded to his home, said they did not suspect foul play. Rod Beck's ex-wife stated she believed his death to be drug-related, and it came out later that cocaine and heroin were found in his home and bedroom, along with numerous crack pipes. So Rod Beck never escaped those demons he had. Nearly 200 people attended Rod Beck's funeral here on June 27, 2007. Among them, his former managers Dusty Baker and Bruce Bochy, and former teammate Trevor Hoffman. Rod Beck is laid to rest here at the Hanson's Desert Hills Memorial Park in Scottsdale, Arizona. And he was laid to rest, or buried, in his Chicago Cubs uniform. It says, "Cherished daddy, son, brother, soulmate, and friend, Rodney Shooter Beck. August 3rd, 1968, June 23rd, 2007. Loved now, always, and forever." And I placed some of my mementos there, some of my autographed Rod Beck baseball cards. He was always really good with the fans. Thank you, Rod Beck, for some great memories. So that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, for this story about Rod "Shooter" Beck. Certainly one of my favorites. At least I love watching him compete. But just a shame he couldn't control those demons, get rid of those issues. But I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and we got lots more coming. And I thank you for watching Discover This.